My name is Alex B. I come from Vietnam, and I am 18 years old. The story I'm about to tell you is a hopeful memory of a doubtful person. When I was young, I usually think that I am nobody, and I convinced myself that it is true. I'm growing up feeling missing something inside of me, the feeling of being extraordinary. Deep down in my consciousness, I wanted to be somebody that matters. I wanted to be an actor, a singer, or a dancer, but nothing has been accomplished because I'm not good at anything. I'm not good at acting, singing, or dancing. I'm not even physically strong or beautiful. And I tried so hard to find out what my ability is, and every single time, I failed. So after a while, I lost my confidence. I decided to hide in a shell that isolated me from the world. At the same time, something strange, something that I cannot fully understand, arose inside my soul, my body. And I wonder, what's wrong with me? If I cannot be special, why can't I be normal? Why I am so different? Why am I such a freak? I got tortured by my own thought, and in the end, it wore me down. I survived every day thinking why I was born this way, why I cannot be outstanding, and that my life is a waste of time. This world has enough people, and I shouldn't be here. It was so bad to the point that I actually took a bunch of sleeping pills, trying to kill myself. Obviously, it didn't work out that way. But from that moment on, I fell into a deep depression. I do not believe in anything anymore. Until last year, something extraordinary happened to me that completely changed my life. I went to South Carolina, America, for an exchange year. I had an opportunity to meet two amazing young people. They are Eric and Harley Murray. I dearly called them my host parents, even though they are not much older than me. And here is why they are so special. They make me feel alive. After a long time fearfully blaming myself for being nobody. They love me as their own son, and they care for me as I matter. They have showed me that unconditional love actually exists between strangers, that it actually can be found halfway around the world. They didn't have to do that. They could just let me stay in their house and provide me food. That is all what they are obliged to do. But no, they did not stop there. They make sure that I feel at home. Let's think it this way. We are just so different. I am a foreigner. They are citizens. I am Asian. They are Caucasian. I am a teenager. They are adults with 2 children. Basically, we had no connection whatsoever before we met each other. The only thing that we have in common is that we are all human beings. And that's enough for them. I do not need anything else to be eligible for an equal treatment. They just simply look at me as a person. That is the quality that is missing in a lot of people. Because so often in life, we try to find out our differences rather than our similarities. And because of fear, is always an easier choice than understanding. For them, I could be possibly exotic. It is a natural instinct to be afraid of the unknown. I believe at some level, my host parents did, just like I did at first. But someone has said, courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something else is more important than fear. Eric and Holly know that it is love that is more important than fear. Not only did they make sure that I feel loved, they also teach me that everybody matters, including me. No matter how insignificant I am in this big world, I'm still important in other people's lives. And that's what makes this life worth living, how individuals can impact each other. Compared to many famous celebrities, my host parents can be nobody, but they changed my life, so they are significant that way. And one day, hopefully, I will change somebody's life as well. I'm lucky enough to carry on my higher education in California. Believe it or not, living in California is cheaper than South Carolina, at least in my situation. That is why I cannot stay close to them. I swear to God, if I can afford to study in South Carolina, I wouldn't miss Halloween costume or Thanksgiving dinner, because I will be with them, and that makes me happy. About 2 weeks ago, Holly and I talked on the phone, asking each other about Christmas. She told me to come to their house during my winter break, so that way I can spend Christmas with them. I apologized to her and told her that although I wanted to go badly, my financial situation didn't allow me to do so. She stopped me, and literally stopped my heart as well, by offering to pay a part of my flight ticket. I was truly touched. And let me tell you, that was the best feeling in the world, knowing that even though I left their house, a part of me still stays in their souls. In spite of the fact that I'm coming to South Carolina for this Christmas, I feel so compelled to make this video to tell you this beautiful story and ask for your help. Eric and Holly, as well as my parents, have done so much for me. But I am 18 now, and I should be responsible for my future, for my wishes. Also, with the money that they offered to me, they could buy a lot of gifts for the kids, and I cannot bear the thought that I just took that away from them. As an international student, it is hard for me to find a job and buy a ticket on my own, but it is not hard for me to act within my scope, and this video is the most that I can do to be a part of it. I don't want my host parents or my real parents, none of them, have to be worried about this anymore. And I also want to give Eric and Holly a big present for this Christmas also. So please, your help will make my dream come true. Thank you.